It's just a follow up. Hey, are we playing chase? Because today is March 26, 2020, and I still got 19 minutes before 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Now, I already know that the House adjourned like, what is it, 5 hours ago? They were in session all of 40 minutes today, at least according to their schedule, right? The activities for the House today. On such an important day, we got a crisis, and they were in session for less than an hour. But it was enough time to confirm the Senate's passage of all of these pieces of legislation about veterans assistance, including manipulation of veterans' homes and allowing them to have telehearings with the VA. Okay, except that there have been all kinds of unconstitutional laws passed on a state level, especially about manipulating veterans. And just the other day, actually yesterday, I was discussing how Congress and specifically a Senate committee I contacted every member of had refused to address how veterans had been telemedicated, or rather cognitive behaviorally assessed using computerized cognitive behavioral therapy modalities for several years, including for several years in connection with programs for the Veterans Administration. And today, I'm looking right now at an executive order 13806, dated July 21st, 2017, but published in the Federal Register on July 26th, 2017, assessing and strengthening the manufacturing and defense industrial base and supply chain resiliency of the United States. I have a problem with the word resiliency and the way that it's been co opted and applied in finance and so called defense modalities when it was actually a term connected to various social service administration modalities and programs helping people who had experienced domestic violence and sexual abuse. Okay, so the idea of resiliency being incorporated into anything having to do with law enforcement or having to do with national defense or having to do with cybersecurity or having to do with the economy without addressing the pervasive electronic sexual abuse that's been allowed to happen and proliferate in the last 10 years is very irresponsible. If you guys were actually interested in, what does this say again? Uh, Strengthening the industrial base and the supply chain regarding defense, then you would have already addressed last year's executive order, or rather, last year's executive order about sending the Marines and the active duty military into the merchant Marines. See, having a VA telehearing is different when you're dealing with a post service kind of issue that might be related to military matters than it is playing some sort of sailor at sea when you guys have absolutely refused to address your port security issues for several years, at least since March 11th of 2011. So why don't you go ahead and get on that and let us know, are you guys in charge? Are you supporting this executive order? Are you overriding this executive order? And what's with your 25 sub commanders that are at home right now, right? Because I was 26 and I didn't die. So what happens to them?